IHH Healthcare is reportedly exploring a sale of International Medical University, citing people with knowledge of the matter. Bloomberg reports that Asia's biggest hospital group by market value is working with Singapore-based Ripple Capital advisors on the potential deal. According to its sources, a sale of the medical education arm could fetch about $300 million or 1.22 billion ringgit. The report said deliberations are ongoing and there is no certainty that IHH will proceed with the transaction. IHH operates 80 hospitals from China to Eastern Europe. Under CEO Dr. Kelvin Loh Chee-Kion, who joined in 2019, Bloomberg said IHH has been changing its business strategy and is focusing on extracting value from its assets and divestments. Last November, the group announced it was selling its 50% stake in an Indian joint venture to its partner Apollo Hospitals Enterprise for 227.08 million ringgit cash. According to IHH's latest annual report, the IMU units generated EBITDA of 75.7 million ringgit in 2020, slightly lower than the 87.2 million ringgit in the previous year. MPHB Capital says it is still in talks to sell its stake in MPI Generali to the Asian arm of Generali Group. It said this in response to the unusual market activity query it received from Bursa Malaysia yesterday. This was after its share price hit limits up to close 32 cent or some 30% higher at 1 ringgit 40 cent for a market capitalization of 1 billion ringgit. Generali Asia acquired a 49% stake from MPHB Capital in 2015. The put option on its interest will come into play this May, 5 years after the completion of its stake acquisition. According to MPHB Capital's filing to the board today, both parties have yet to come to an agreement, nor have finalized any terms on the potential disposal. The group also said it is not aware of any other cause of its unusual share movements, after making due inquiries with its directors and major shareholders. MPI Capital fell 6.4% today to close at 1 ringgit 31 for a market capitalization of 936.65 million ringgit. Maybank Investment Bank Research believes the worst is over for the property sector, which should continue to be boosted by a better economic outlook, historically low interest rate environment and pent-up demand. In a note today, its analyst Wong Wei Sam said, despite the reimposition of COVID-19 restrictions from the fourth quarter of 2020 to the first quarter of this year, property sales continued to recover from the impact of the pandemic. Of the 4 developers who have reported their latest results, she noted that Tambun Indah Land and Sime Darby Properties FY20 actual sales exceeded expectations, while SP Setia and Masing met their targets. Judging from the sales momentum, Wong said most developers see an improved sales outlook in FY21. But it may be at the expense of lower margins as competition continues to heat up and with builders getting more involved in the affordable housing segment. Her top stock picks for the sector are Sunway, Sime Darby Property and SP Setia. The FBM KLCI bucked the regional trend to close higher, boosted by the positive performance of banking stocks and a rebound in glove counters. The index was up above the 1,600 mark, closing at 1,600.12 for a gain of 1.2% from yesterday. Rakuten Trade Research Head of Equity Sales Vincent Lau said market sentiment was buoyed by buying interest in banking stocks. He told theedgemarkets.com that sentiment was also lifted by bargain hunting in rubber glove stocks. Also contributing to the market's positive performance was renewed buying in oil and gas stocks, on the back of an increase in oil prices after Saudi Arabia and its OPEC Plus allies extended their production cuts. The broader market, however, was mixed, with 617 decliners versus 561 gainers. 7.99 billion securities were traded for 5.15 billion ringgit. Notable gainers included Top Glove, Hong Leong Bank, MISC, Kuala Lumpur Kepong and RHB Bank. Meanwhile, tech stocks dominated the top losers list, led by Malaysian Pacific Industries, UWC, Vitrox Corp and KESM Industries. Malaysia has detected its first 2 cases of the new COVID-19 strain from Nigeria, citing Health DG Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah. Bernama reports that the infection was recorded through 2 infected foreign nationals who had tested positive after arriving from Dubai. He reportedly said the Nigerian variant may cause an increase in transmissibility as well as possible reductions in immune response. Nur Hisham said the authorities will be monitoring the development of this strain. In total, Malaysia has recorded 310,097 COVID-19 cases, 286,904 recoveries, and 1,159 deaths, leaving 22,034 individuals still infected with the virus. As for the daily breakdown, there were 2,154 new infections and 3,275 recoveries today. 6 more patients succumbed to COVID-19.